Okay, we're going to have a look at something called quartiles. Quartiles are locations in the data. They can give you an idea of how spread out the data is. The important locations are the minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum. Okay? This collection of numbers is called a 5-number summary. And you can see what they sort of represent here. We've got the minimum is the lowest data value, which in this case is going to be the number 1. The maximum is the largest data value, which is 11. The median is the middle data value, which is 6. And Q1 is actually the median of these numbers, and Q3 is the median of these numbers. So let's go and see if we can find out a 5-number summary. Our question is, find the 5-number summary of this set of numbers. 2, 3, 4, 7, 6, 3, 5. Well, the first thing we need to do is put it into order. Okay, so I've got 2, and then 3, and then another 3, and then a 4, and then a 5, and then a 6, and a 7. Awesome. Okay, now I can straight away tell you what my minimum and my maximum are. So let's go and write them in. Min is 2, okay. Max is 7. Median's the next easiest to find. Okay, remember the trick with median. Work inwards from each end. Okay, if I do that, we can see that 4 is our median. It's the middle number. Okay, now Q1 and Q3. Well, Q1 is the median of these numbers here. Okay, so those numbers, not including our median that we found, because it's an odd set of data, we're going to get rid of that one. These 3 numbers we need to find the middle of. Well, it's really easy to find the middle of 3 numbers. Okay, our Q1 is going to be the number 3. Okay, I'll write him in red there so you can swoop. 3. So you can see which one he is. Q3 is going to be the median of these numbers. So the middle of those numbers is number 6. Okay, so there's number 6. And that means that our 5-number summary is minimum 2, Q1 3, median 4, Q3 6, and maximum 7. Now that might seem a bit silly coming up with those 5 numbers, but it comes in real handy when we come to do box plots, which we'll get to later. I'll show you how to do it on your calculator. Okay, you need to know how to do it by hand, but it's helpful to verify in the calculator. Press menu, go across to stat, and then go and enter your data in. We've got a 2, 2 3s, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7. Okay, now I go calc and I press 1 var. Okay, this is the same list I showed you when we looked at measures of center. Now if you scroll down till min x is the top one, okay, now you've got minimum is 2, Q1 is 3, median is 4, Q3 is 6, and your maximum is 7. Your calculator's just told you what the 5-number summary is. Okay, like I said, you have to do it by hand, but also very helpful to know that you've got it right by doing it the calculator way. Now there is a bit of a trick. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and I'll show you this next set. Okay, the next set here is different because it has an even number of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's start off by doing the same process. Put the numbers in order. Okay, so we'll have 1, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12. Let's put him a bit closer. 15, and 20. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and set up our 5-number summary with what we need. And we can go and fill in the ones we know. We've got minimum is 1, maximum is 20. Okay, median, let's go and do that. So remember, tick off, first and last, work your way in. We've got 2 middle numbers. Okay, when you have 2 middle numbers, what you've got to do is find the mean of those middle numbers. So add them together, in this case the 10 plus 5, and then divide by how many there are, which is 2. Okay, so we've got 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So our median is going to be 7.5. Okay, next step, Q3. Now this is a little bit tricky. I'm just going to get rid of this guy. Because we have 2 middle numbers now. Okay, these are our 2 middle numbers. The Q1 and Q3, remember, are the median of the lower end and the median of the upper end. But because we've got our two middle numbers, the bottom middle number, let me just show you in red, the bottom middle number will get included, and you've got to find Q1 of that group of data. And then the top middle number will get included with those ones and get calculated for Q3 there. Okay. So let me try and tidy it up a bit so it's a bit easier to see. Okay. We've got 2 groupings of numbers now in which we have to do the median of those. Remember, these were our 2 middle numbers, but for Q1 we split them and include the bottom one in the bottom half and the top half. So now let's go and find the median of these numbers, which is what Q1 is. Okay, so we'll go cross. So our 2 middle numbers are here. Our Q1 is going to be in between 3 and 4. Well, that's 3.5. Okay. I could just add them together. 3 plus 4, and then divide that by 2 is 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 divided by 2, 3.5. Okay. Now, top half. Let's take a look at the top half. Tick him off. Our 2 middle numbers are 12 and 15. Okay, so if I do 12 plus 15, okay, and then I divide it by 2. 12 plus 15 is 27. Okay, I can show you right here. 27 divided by 2 is 13.5. So our Q3 is going to be 13.5. And there's our 5-number summary. Minimum 1, Q1 3.5, median 7.5, Q3 13.5, and maximum 20. Go and check in your calculator, menu, stat. I've already put the data in. Press calc and then 1var and scroll down till min is at the top. There we go. We've got 1, 3.5, 7.5, 13.5, and 20. Great.